Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Beneath the Iron Heel, where you find us and the party in the middle of a very interesting conundrum of how to get into the castle. So, what's happening? What he's doing? He's just entered into the College of Whispers.
Oh yeah,
What am I
the most convoluted attempt to break in ever.
This is as far as I thought ahead. I didn't
What
think
the-
about what we were doing when we got here. Oh wait, no,
What
I
does-
was going to ask. Is my old teacher there, and what's his name again? It's been a couple of weeks.
Did we name him?
You did, I'm pretty sure.
Also, it was at least 3 weeks ago, so
Galloway.
Sorry.
Taville.
too many people at once. Sorry.
His name's Galore.
Fair.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is 3 weeks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We were 3 weeks on, and then 3 weeks off, and we're back on again.
Hey, this is good for us.
I'll send this in again.
See, this is the week that if we had have been 4 weeks off after being 3 weeks on, I would have been sad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm just checking to see where the notes are, but hey, that's normal for
I don't have
me.
any lighting in front of me, so I'm going to be incredibly dark this session.
Understandable. Sorry, bad sleeping last night.
That's alright.
It's all good.
So.
Oh, I was up at 1 AM sending the most unhinged email to my mentor.
Only one?
We've been having times.
No, only 1 a.m.? I was up a bit later than that.
I'm going to get up at like 6 to get to work.
Oh, true. I was up at 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could start by asking these guys what they know about the situation at the palace, given that that's where we need to go. Like, security, the guard arrangements.
Straight up ask them if they knew a way in.
Yeah.
Yes, but anyone that's went the ways in that we would normally go haven't been getting out.
I see.
Shit.
There's the first swear of the week.
I'm sorry, Twitter moderators, don't ban us.
That's number one.
At least it wasn't the F word.
We'll just add it in the swear jar. It's all good.
Yep.
We're gonna actually have to animate a swear jar in like the top corner of the stream.
Honest. Oh, hell yeah.
There's not enough room. Eventually, but yeah.
No, it's just like an animation that pops up.
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
one.
Just anytime somebody drops it, yep.
A dice that just rolls.
No,
And the
it-
higher
Or
the
like
end of
a
the night, the more,
no,
and the
has-
higher the number at the end, the higher the damage we all take from uninspected.
Don't.
I was
Don't
going to say
give
you
him
can
a
like
kiss.
each one
Don't
impose
give him
disadvantages
ideas!
or something.
No, this can't be used on this adventure though. It has to be used on another one.
I
He's
was
already running
thinking-
it on!
I was thinking we should at least tally which person swears each time. Not even first.
No.
Every swear put a stripe next to your name, and at the end of the campaign we call out whoever swore the most during streams.
I'm about to go supernova.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
I have a better one. It is an actual jar.
You-
However
You have an
many...
actual jar.
No, make it an actual jar on the screen, and however many we get to, the party as a whole have to pay that amount of money in charity. In pounds.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
like actual money?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it all accumulates in a charity stream.
No, but
No,
this
I
would
don't charity, but I can't afford that because I swear
No.
far too much.
but this would be like a campaign long one, and it has to be split between the party.
I will ask. We'll have to define what counts as a swear word then, because
Oh,
there's
well.
some specific words.
Right.
Like HE double hockey stick. Some people
That's
will
not
swear.
a swear word. No.
I mean,
Sure.
hell is like a domain in D&D.
Yeah,
If
it's
that
a
was a
place.
swear word, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
place.
I should have struck my hand
Hell
so
had
much.
lords.
No, there's a few. There's a few, but don't worry. If we ever did that, like, we'd have to set that up first.
I'm gonna have to go grab some ice. I'm gonna be just right back.
Yep.
Okay.
He just-
So- Alright.
So obviously, yes,
Alert.
he's there with you. Yep.
Our problem is we've been hired to free, the people that have the wanted posters up around, the country. We've been tasked to free them, and we don't know how we're going to do that. So I came here hoping that you would offer some teacherly insight like you used to in the past.
Wait.
I don't know how, but I managed to weaken my gosh darn muscles.
He walks over to sort of a side room in the basement. This is like a very crudely sort of dug out area. It is, there are wooden planks and all down. Like, there's no wood, like no dirt just lying around or anything like that. Like, but leads into like an office. Pulls out the 6 different wanted posters and throws them, and it's like, wait, they're in the city?
Last
Not
week
bad.
they went into the castle and haven't come back out.
How?
That's why we've been sent in to.
No, how did they get into the city? Nobody's seen them.
I think they had a
I'm
magic
guessing.
circle.
I'm guessing they got in the same way we got in, through
No.
subterfuge.
Oh no, we knew you were here.
Oh,
But
fair enough, that,
We would have been
but-
told, right, that they had a magic circle. We would have been informed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yous were told.
They had a magic circle on the inside. But something stopped them from getting back out.
They had,
Probably they were idiots and got captured.
they had teleportation magic on their side?
Yeah,
Huh.
and they still got captured. So
I don't have high hopes for us.
He sort of said,
hmm.
give me a second, gotta go check with somebody. Sort of opens the door and sort of like calls just calls out like a code word, and sort of,
Do I recognize the code word?
he's just calling for like a diviner to come in.
Okay.
The wizard's just
So like a radio, can you tune into the same signal?
You just twist on the top of his radio on his wizard cap to get different diviner channels. Oh,
You
hold
are
up.
now listening to
Instead of being like radio frequencies, the frequency of like tapping crystals.
He must ponder his orb.
You're now listening to Wizard FM, the most magical of all stations. And now the
Oh,
one song. My brain has forgotten what it is. Uh-oh.
now here's Wonderwall.
No?
So
Wait,
the guy stops. He's like,
yeah.
right. So they
got
managed.
it.
How did they get in? Wait,
The
so-
song I was
no,
thinking of was
Have you been
radioactive.
told
No,
who set it up?
not on the inside. No, you weren't told that. But
Yeah.
they had a magic. So he gets like out of like a giant sort of scroll, sort of right. So they teleported in, but the anti-magic field's set up here. Do you know where they teleported from?
Lake Rest.
Right, so northwest. He's like drawn out sort of a map, sort of, okay, so it would have went there.
We reckon they had a man on the inside, but we have no idea who that is.
Yeah, they would have needed it to get past the anti-magic field. Oh, so that means it didn't go over, it went under. Or via a different plane? Right, give me sort of 10 minutes. I need to set up a ritual. To sort of see, can we piggyback off that? Maybe. We might have something.
What do you think the chances, though, that they have guards there now?
Oh, hi, but I'm not saying we're going to piggyback and just go to the same end that they did, because obviously they got captured.
Do you think there's more magic circles in the castle?
No, we might be able to use I'm going to need to make a check, and whoever has it can make an Arcana check.
Oh,
got
I
plus
do have
3.
Arcana.
Ooh, a
Slide
minus one.
baby, come on, come on.
Nope.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do it
13's
too,
not
just
terrible.
because plus 3 is not bad. Oh, 20, dirty 20.
Ooh.
Go on.
Do you have any bonus?
It's a plus 3, so it's a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. The wizard's
Yeah, I
like,
forgot that I could do slash roll plus 3.
the wizard's like, I can do something here, but I don't. He's kind of struggling on his explanation. But yes, Dorcam, you kind of get. Maybe you're going to hijack it and redirect it.
Ooh.
So you're going
How
to take
can you redirect this?
the arc.
One-
It's redirect arcane power. Oh, it's,
Just
ley
Yeah,
lines.
but
Strange
Yeah,
suggestion.
but-
I imagine it's kind of like I'm gonna draw on the map because
Go ahead.
this is the Lake Rest magic circle. This is the one in the castle.
Yep.
And it's like this, right?
There.
So whatever
Where are
this
you
is the room in
drawing?
the castle.
On the map.
The magic circles. Don't judge me.
Oh.
Nope.
I was too zoomed out.
This is a different room in the castle. We can get it to go like this, and then jump out halfway
Yes.
through.
Right, It's a tunnel
oh,
to the different places, and all you have to do is
Yeah,
pop out in a different location.
yeah.
Yes.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
Alex
you
Okay.
understands my terrible train of thought.
I don't even have the picture up.
Okay. I see what you're going
Oh,
for.
you should get the roll 20 off and look at my wonderful explanation.
Okay, I'm coming.
So, so obviously, if we're using this, like a tunnel, how do we not, how do we stop ourselves teleporting into a wall? Because that would be bad.
leave that to us. We kind of have.
Don't we have a map of the castle lying around somewhere? I feel like that's something we would have. I
do
feel
we
like
have-
I've seen one around here.
Do we have a map of the there's
no.
a map of the castle?
Do we have a map?
No, he like lifts something out of the drawer and then stumbles and it just reveals in front of the map. Oh dear, how did that get here?
I like to think that Thorkim scribbled this terrible drawing onto the table.
That's fair.
It's in with a knife.
No,
Yeah.
there was actually a bit of parchment there, so you just cut into a parchment.
Yeah, I got a dagger. Yeah. The wizard would be
Damn.
really annoyed with me because I don't have a pen.
There was a pen
Who's
right
going to-
there.
Damn, Thorcom, that was important. That was imported elven maple. Honestly.
Mending.
Right, I'll get rid of that because it's.
No, you're all good. So yeah, no, I need to just see if I can get a read on it. I might be able to then do what we need to do with it. So obviously, if they've been moved, so they bring up the map of the castle. They're just like, I wouldn't keep them in the same area they teleported into. That's too risky.
Would we have been like picked up or been given any items belonging
No.
to the party?
Does anyone have any items?
Not from the party, no.
Where are the
Well, I don't
party's
know, 'cause that
items?
was the-
On the
with
party?
them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I would have thought maybe if we
I
picked
have a-
something up from Lake Rest and been given
I have
something.
a book that the Yappy one wrote. How's that going to
Oh,
help?
we
I
weren't
don't
at
know.
Lake
It didn't
Crest,
belong
were
to
we? We
him.
were at
No.
Longtooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, you just didn't come from Lake Rest.
Now,
Otherwise, you just
that's
could,
not to
maybe
say
could
there
come
wouldn't
from
be any
Lake
items in Longtooth, but I don't know if we would have had the foresight to
No.
hunt
Yeah.
after them, and it would have been a hunt.
Yeah. I mean, we did like rush as soon as we got the mission. We rushed out here.
Yep.
Because we
Mm.
have no
In
idea
theory,
what
I would
preparation
have had
is.
some stuff in Longtooth, but like not much.
Yeah.
Not a huge
Right.
amount, to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been anyone's first thought to go and find out.
No.
Okay, so
I'm
yes,
assuming they're in some kind of dungeon.
so the wizards
That would
of
be.
The wizard's off.
Mm.
He's in the middle of like drawing a circle in a different room, to cast a spell to sort of detect this stuff.
While he's doing that, can we turn to the other
Of course.
what's his name? Gario?
It's in the chat, Galore.
Galore. Can we turn to Galore and just say, well, do we have any intelligence about what we're going into? Obviously, it's crawling with nothing about guard numbers, nothing about beasts, any security?
Guard numbers in the actual castle, like, dude, probably tons. How many do we see coming in and out? Not a huge amount.
True.
Like, most of the guards that are guarding the castle stay guarding the castle. You see the occasional high-ranking officer going in for updates on something, and coming back out with new orders and stuff. But
My dad was just walking in, even with a disguise.
no, but
How is, if you don't mind me asking, how is their mentality? Are they going in looking great and coming out looking weird or drained? How is the health of the fellow guards?
They go in looking like guards, they come out looking like guards. Some of them obviously look a bit unnerved whenever they come out, maybe not too happy with the orders they've been given, but they don't show it too well. They're hiding it quite well, as you would expect, in front of their superiors.
So there may be a... What is the word?
They've been asked to do something that they don't agree with.
There
They
may
still
be
do it,
ability
don't
to
they?
have them apprised.
I was only following orders and all that good. And all
Perhaps
that
we have to
good
let them know
attitude.
to be cautious
Dark
that
one's
a
got that more
uprising
than
may
once.
come.
Agreed. So, just to recap, we're piggybacking off a teleport that we've no guarantee is safe into a castle that we have no clue of the numbers of guards or if there is even monstrous beasts in there, all to save party members who might already be dead.
I mean, based on
Let him finish his
based on my experiences, we could send something through first, a surprise. You know, catch them off guard.
Let the wizard finish his ritual. We'll have more information after that, because then he'll be able to tell us what we can do with said magic, rather than just, because we may be able to do, instead of just teleporting you inside, something to maybe let you get in without being noticed.
That's a great idea, my friend.
That would be
Remind me to
helpful.
let the king know about your school. It looks like it needs some donation.
Look here, Corby.
This
Oh, you're yes, Sir Corby. No, thank you. We prefer it this way. The king is already aware that we exist.
But some of the... Okay.
Yes,
Your rooms are looking a little dingy for a school.
that's
I'm
fine.
Was that
sure I-
sufficient?
That's
Well,
fine.
I'm sure I can at least get you some good literature.
We may not even be in this building next time you see us.
Oh,
Yeah. Galore,
Right.
sorry, I think
Good.
we might have to move again. I didn't really think about bringing Corby here
Oh.
very thoroughly.
No. We move every once in a while anyway. Sure. Safety.
nomadic culture.
Kind of, yes.
Smart for a school.
Remind me not to bring him places again.
Yeah. No, he's an interesting fellow.
As long as you're not avoiding taxes.
No.
We would never do that.
No. You have to
Why
pay
do you
your.
sound suspicious saying that?
You have to pay your taxes. Nobody fights
Thorgrim
it.
doesn't.
Yes, you do.
Well, if
Oh,
if the College of Whispers moves, then it could pay its taxes in any of the different countries that it
Yes.
moves to. So every year it spends 2 days in the Cayman Islands.
Observation.
they absolutely would.
Yeah, they would.
I was
Um,
going to ask, are there any kind of rights that we think Ollie's father would respect in terms of, like, having, like, a religious figure go and talk to the prisoners before they're put to death? Any of that kind of thing that we
well-
think he would take seriously?
if he was going to, Wait. The Vizier's in charge? Oh, wait, yeah, no, that tracks.
Do we
Wait,
know that?
Was there any information that they have leaked
That-
That's something the other party
about
figured out. I don't know if we know
situations?
that.
That was
Actually,
Any
the,
whispers, any rumors?
that was the information that you had given Mortimer
Okay.
Can we do?
Oh,
before you left.
Yeah.
Like that was your worry and
Resolution.
kind of what you figured out. Between what he had been told. So the Vizier's in charge. That explains the magic. Right, okay. What do we know of him? Follow me, I guess? We're going to the library.
Speaking of which, Galura, do you have anything lying around that might help us be a bit stealthy? I think some of my friends here are not the best at it.
We'll see
Speak
what
for
we can
yourself.
find. We'll see
That
what
is
we
a
can
good
find.
one.
We'll
She
see
was
what we can
looking
find.
directly at Corby when she said that.
Oh, yeah. Let's go have a look.
That makes more sense.
If there's anything particular out of character, if there's anything in particular you think would be handy, have a look and sort of
Potions of invisibility, cloaks of invisibility if they're real.
have a look up.
And
Eye
if
gloves,
oh no.
the
I wouldn't have
gloves
shared that
of
information.
stealing.
Well,
Exponentially shrink Corby to a mouse's
have a look at a read
Spider
and
climbing?
pop it into the chat, and then we'll come back
Like
to
a
it later.
financial item.
Yeah,
and then-
for things that you
You've
would...
just given me the idea. Spider climbing elephant.
Yes.
What's that? From the top row.
Spider Corby. It's like Homer. It's like it's a 1-ton spider pig.
Oh, God. With a
Yep.
sword. What weapon do you have? Is it a sword?
Hammer.
Hammer.
Of course it's
Oh,
a hammer.
Yeah, you can guess it.
I'm whacking with a hammer.
Yup.
I'm gonna
Obviously,
put that box in a box and mail it to myself
only-
and hit it with a
The
hammer.
only two things that kind of come to mind are either the boots or the cloak of Elvenkind.
there may be other things, but have a look see. Just have a more casual glance. So you head towards the library anyway.
It's
And
11.
11 kind. I like it. Yeah.
Do.
But we know this guy is a big wizard. Right. And
Something like that. Yeah.
Is there any
yeah, not necessarily
means
wizard.
of...
Oh,
no,
well.
we know he's big magic.
Well, give me a
Um,
minute. So they pull out a book that's like, they pull out a volume that's like this thick. This is all personal stuff we know about him. All the things we've seen and sort of documented about him.
I'm terrified what you have
Done.
in there.
Thunk.
Do you have his therapy notes?
Bold of you to
We're
assume this.
not psychologically tormenting him.
Bold of you to assume this man actually went to therapy. He needs it though.
What's his deal?
He will literally take over the entire city instead of going to therapy.
What's his deal?
What can
Another
I say?
power
We're
mad
not-
wizard who wants to be the king, or like, what's the deal?
We don't believe he's a wizard.
Okay, sorcerer then.
No,
Warlock?
possibly.
Yeah. Ah, dang it.
In this world, is Warlock like
It's not a bad
a
thing.
kind of judge? Okay, yeah, that's the thing. I was just checking.
It depends who your pact is with generally.
Yeah.
But it's not assumed that you're a bad guy.
Okay.
This ain't 3.5.
So,
We have known the information as to which it would have been, because I feel like Group 1 would have discussed through the
Oh.
memories.
Nah, Group 1 never figured it out.
yeah, we
You
had,
guys,
yeah,
you
we
guys
didn't get
have
that
no
far.
idea yet.
We're
The
we're
Group
kind of
1, we had
done.
the whole thing where Ollie had that flashback. Where
Yeah,
did
oh,
that
yeah.
occur?
Oh yeah, no. You have a rough idea what kind of creature it is,
Yeah, so that would have been
but you're not.
flashback.
Oh wait, no, yeah, no, it wasn't, because that was a lot later.
That was a lot later on from any
yeah,
meetings.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, that If anything, that flashback was while you guys were on the way.
So
Okay.
we wouldn't have been able to say that to Mortimer before.
No, not a hope.
Okay.
You 100% are, I think, yeah, you're pretty certain you actually identified exactly who it was it, from a religion roll?
Yeah.
It was like a
I
specific
think we
one.
did.
It's in the notes somewhere.
Canonic devil
Yeah, it's,
dudes, wasn't it?
yeah, definitely a devil prince was in the description.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Okay.
the immovable rod has been suggested.
Yeah, it has.
Oh,
A movable rod.
do you know what that thing does?
I don't specifically, but I'm guessing it's a rod that you can just put out and it stays there.
Press a
Yep,
button,
Yeah.
pretty
let
much.
go, it stays exactly where you left it.
The only problem with that is, like, there's typical game-breaking things. It's
Yep.
like put it in the mouth or stomach of a creature and then it can't move, or it'll rip itself
I was gonna
apart.
say, what happens if we find the big bad now, get that, and treat him like the idea of Ant-Man and Thanos?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say I think it's easier to get it inside a big dragon or creature
Yes.
than it is to get it inside Ollie's dad.
Yeah.
Depends
What
how
did I
small you are.
dismiss?
Discussing the usefulness of an immovable rod.
Ant-Manning, Ollie's dad. With an immovable rod.
Well, we do have
But
shrinking
again,
large.
he's so
don't
bad.
Oh my god, you guys have a terrible thought of mine. I love it.
Yeah, we do.
Now for the cursed part. Who's not to say he won't like it?
I mean,
That's too far. That's your father.
Mm.
Would you assume
No.
him? Would you? Yeah. Well, he is very anal.
I'm saying that as an out of character.
I know.
I have no responsibility to that asshole. Do
Let's
not
see what you did there. Let's see what you did there.
Did Chrono not hear what I said?
Certainly
Probably.
I heard nothing. My
Good.
brain is gone.
Good.
Oh my god, we can't. Imagine we defeat the big bad by that method. I don't want to play a campaign where we defeat the big bad by shoving the rod of immovable ass with a sandwich.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
I'll
but
keep
if
that
we
one
put it
in my
his meal,
friends' campaigns,
and then
though.
we'll eat it without realizing.
True.
I know it's like a foot long, but we could sneak it in his lunch.
I don't even think that guy eats.
No, probably just eats souls and shit, doesn't it? Oh no!
Hey, enjoy the glove.
Soul suckers.
Alright.
Oh,
I'm glad
god damn
haven't
it, we are.
started Square John yet.
I'm gonna start looking through the book and see if I can
Oh.
see any information that is useful to us about the Grand Vizier.
I will give.
Uh,
Can I
uh,
help
roll
Thorcam and give them advantage?
investigation?
Yeah, roll an investigation, and yes, you can have advantage on that.
Yippee! How do I roll with advantage in this thing?
Just roll twice?
Yeah, roll twice, take the higher.
Hmm.
Or I believe there is a way of doing it, but I'm a bit
No,
out
I'll
of
just do
practice.
this. Oh!
Oh!
Let's see if we
What's
get
your
a
roll?
20. 21.
Good.
Whoa!
That's not good.
Sorry,
That's-
it's with advantage, so it's
Yeah.
21.
It's still
Thank
21.
God. I'll say thank God you don't play with that. If you get a nat 1 in a flipping advantage roll, you get the nat 1.
No.
I've seen some DMs do that, and it's like,
But-
oh.
Oh,
That's
that's
not.
brutal.
That defeats
See,
the
that's-
purpose of
yeah.
It
advantage.
does. It does.
Yeah,
It does.
disadvantage, surely, but
That's yeah. If,
Alright,
if you have
sure.
disadvantage, that's how that works.
Yeah.
But with
Yeah, if
advantage,
I had
no.
just rolled a nat 1 there, just on a straight roll, I would have been like,
Yeah.
oh, read!
Yeah. Well, they also do the opposite with the disadvantage. If you get a nat 20 on a disadvantage,
Well-
it doesn't matter. You succeed no matter what.
No,
that's
no.
that's
Yeah.
weird. That's
I-
very weird.
I don't
Yeah, I can see
mind.
that working in some systems.
I just don't think it fits for this style of fantasy.
Yeah.
So,
So-
oh no, if you actually had rolled a nat 1, you would know what his favorite flavor of ice cream was.
Distracted.
Exactly, you would have just
Pistachio.
bold assumption that he doesn't like.
The souls of the innocent.
What's a really disgusting ice
bagel.
cream flavor?
And I was going to say,
Toothpaste.
is there a spicy, like some spicy ice cream flavor?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you can get
Sure there is.
Cream.
California
No, surely
Reaper.
the dairy
Flavored ice
cancels
cream.
out any spice flavor.
No, not really.
Only kinda.
No,
Oh my god, there's wasabi ice cream.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I
Yeah.
thought that was just a joke in the past too.
Oh.
No, somebody would make it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, there's every flavor. There's
Yeah.
lobster, ox tongue, pickles and cheese.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
I'm
no,
finding
there's
out.
every ice cream flavor.
No,
That's
no. I think his favorite ice cream flavor would be sulfur.
No.
Oh,
Nobody likes the taste of sulfur.
I mean,
Bless you.
Oh, we'll say he's a freak that likes sorbet.
What's wrong with
Excuse
sorbet?
me?
Thank you
I
very
already-
much.
I always knew he was a little fucked up.
I'm
Didn't say to you.
I'm lactose intolerant. What's wrong with sorbet?
I just like
That's a
mango.
valid reason to prefer sorbet to ice cream. But like, if you can have normal ice cream and prefer sorbet, something's kind of wrong with you.
Some of the flavors of sorbet are
No,
really
the
nice
fruity
though.
flavors, they're nice though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he probably makes it out of just like chilies because they're a fruit.
true.
I
Capsicum
think
sorbet.
a raspberry sorbet eats like a raspberry ice cream every day, and I can't explain why, because they're basically the same thing.
That's true.
You know what I
It's
mean? It's
because
still intensity of flavour.
raspberry ice cream's always too artificial and sweet.
Yeah.
Right.
After that very important conversation.
So,
Yeah.
you pretty much like you're gonna be here. If you're taking the full 10 minutes that the other guy's doing his ritual and then stopping after, kind of thing, you're there like skimming more than anything. There is a lot of notes written in here about pretty much everything from his childhood onwards.
Oh.
So, what happened?
People are sorry, I was having internet issues there a little bit.
No,
Apologies.
that was Discord. I heard it too.
Oh,
Same.
Yeah.
fun. It's a bit weird issue then. Okay. So there's a bit of everything in there, sort of information wise. Not much, obviously, for his childhood. Not much, like just this kid seems like a pretty good student. It's well, actually. Sorry, give me a second. I'm thinking about something. All of their notes denote him as from when he was an adult.
There's nothing about his childhood.
No.
Reinvented himself.
Did he not have a
Or
childhood?
Did he
Soul?
Did he just appear at some point after someone may have done some kind of ritual?
As if he was pieced here from another dimension.
No,
Yeah.
his dad died when he was 19.
Oh.
What's listed on his thing, but
Any information on how his dad died?
nope. But there's no information about him before he was 19.
What?
Okay.
What's with the big gap here?
Oh,
Was he away on
Oh.
holiday?
Oh,
is he his dad?
Ooh.
And he's just found like a de-aging
Interesting.
spell.
Yeah, some kind of search for immortality.
Yeah.
wait. No, give me a second. Who's our lore master?
Oh, have to be 1 second.
No, I need to go find the librarian here. This is what the hell? He darts off at that point to get the librarian, and sort of you hear the finish of the casting of the spell. So obviously, yeah, you just find some things that, like, obviously didn't seem to exist before he was an adult, which is weird.
I mean,
That is
maybe he paid a lot of money to have that information erased or expunged.
From their records?
I'm going to be right back. My friend is here.
Well,
I'm just dropping
of
off their bags.
okay.
Not a bother. How,
Yeah,
how could
you're
he?
right.
How could he hide? How could he get records expunged from the College of Whispers records?
If he was able to get
well,
those
the
records
College of
expunged
Whispers
at
had to
any
get it
point,
from
then this place
somewhere.
would be dust by now, wouldn't it?
You would assume so.
If you had any access to this place to do that, this place would just be dust because it's such a big threat to him.
You would think so.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he runs off to the librarian. The wizard comes in, going, right. I've identified the line of magic source here, and yes, I could give me another while, maybe up to an hour. I'll may be able to repurpose that magic into something useful for you.
Okay.
Might exactly what we'll see. There's a few different, obviously. What's the name of that? Is that right? I know there's a spell. And sort of hemming hawing the usual. Give me just a second, and I will have a look for that spell name because I can't remember it myself. Oh, right. There. It's an obvious one. Might be able to get you a couple of casts of pass wall.
Now I'm going to take a stab in the dark.
Hmm?
Going through walls?
Yes.
Whoa.
That
is
that
useful.
could be a very good escape plan, I must say. Sorry, I don't know where the voice is. My voice is. I've forgotten.
You're okay. It's a 5th level transmutation spell
Okay.
that literally allows you just to walk through a wall.
Now,
Or-
is this wizard planning on coming with us?
No, don't worry. I'm going to put that magic elsewhere.
I can jump scare them.
I have means.
Hello.
Although, he said we'll need a trinket to
Good
put
evening,
that
gentlemen.
magic in, and he goes off and comes back with sort of like a wand. And it's like, right, I'm going to go charge this up, use that magic in a way we need to. It's going to be, it's not exactly going to work like the pass wall spell. It's going to be like a dimension door, but for a particular, like, not 2 points that you can see sort of thing.
Right.
It's going to get you through the walls as needs be. But you obviously have your map of the... You have a map of the castle itself, so you can plan from that as well. Obviously, I'm going to wait until Rebecca gets back before we decide how to go forward on that one. Because the guy then obviously comes back with the librarian as well, going, okay, right. The librarian goes, right, what have you... Okay, you've noticed that. I need... does anybody want to help the librarian find the books he needs?
I'll have a go.
If it's help you need, Colby is here.
Good. You can reach the tall ones.
We don't have a dedicated book reader now, do we?
Not
Like we did
really, but
before.
there is a librarian here at least who's going to, like...
You have a pair of glasses. I want to feel
I can
smart.
read this time. Yeah, I can read this time.
So I'm looking for... So the titles would be... I need a book on... Potentially on infernal contracts. The Fountain of Youth. Just in case, I don't know, it might be related.
Infernal contracts? You mentioned he might be a warlock, so I'm guessing if that's the case.
It could be related. Although,
Well, that's fun.
just anything about aging at all, or any spells to do with that. So it would be transmutation or necromancy. Any books on those? Pass me those out, and I'll skim through and see if I can figure out a hypothesis for this one.
Sure. What do you roll to find books? Investigation?
Yep, but
Or
user
Arcana? Oh,
Arcana
could I
or
roll
investigation,
Arcana?
whichever one suits better.
I will roll Arcana to
oh
help find
God.
books on transmutation and necromancy.
I've got athletics, history, persuasion, and religion
That's
as
a
my
7.
big ones.
Roll a history check there, Corby.
Okay,
We've done
okay.
incredibly well.
Where's history? Plus 3.
Hello.
What did I miss?
We're
People rolling
we're
back.
getting
Doing some
books.
research.
Oh yeah, did I learn anything from my 21, by the way? Other than him, no records of him since he was a child before.
We will get back to that. This might be more important.
Ooh.
Oh, what are they rolling on?
Well,
We're rolling really bad. Oh no, you've rolled well. Well done, Corby.
Corby's,
Oh, well done,
just
Corby.
for flavor, Corby's using his trunk to also help get ones from above
Yeah.
top shelves.
you pull down the books the librarian asked for, and he's now
I believe these may be what you're looking for.
perfect. Yes, thank you. Now give me a few minutes. I'll do a quick read here just to see. And
Read away, my friend.
he sort of like
Victoria.
starts flipping
Sorry,
between.
the cat's
No,
scared.
you're okay. He starts flipping between all these books,
Oh.
and sort of 10 minutes later, if you whatever you guys are doing, obviously paying attention, he's like, right, it could be this, could be this. So right, if that information in his book is correct, cross-referencing that with these other books, then I wonder, do you have a book on his dad? No, on his
Can I be
dad.
really sneaky? And while he's like looking through these books, can I try and like rearrange some of the books on the shelf and mess up his ordering system?
Don't
That's
you dare.
evil.
I
Don't
guarantee
you?
this was one of Thorkham's favorite pastimes. This librarian probably hates me.
Yes, you can do that, but also be glad Claire's not here this week. She would be very mad at you.
Alright, so
Can I roll for
No,
perception?
I'm
To
scared
prevent
because
this.
I've been rolling really well and I feel like I've used up my good rolls.
Roll whatever you wish.
Roll. Well, I'm gonna roll sleight of hand because it makes
Fair.
the most sense.
So obviously, like your teacher,
I think he knows me too well.
your teacher kind of like looks for information on Ollie's granddad, pretty much, but can't find a book on him. Saying must have been before. Well, no, that would have still been the last King's Reign, but there's no books on him at all. Must have been thrown out after he died,
There's no one.
or it got thrown out after he died.
No.
We don't. Or it's in the archives somewhere. Where are they?
Giddy.
The archives are. Yeah, good point. The archives
Ethan.
are.
Yeah.
Meow.
Look at the camera.
No.
Oh, that's weird. Like, your camera's not popping up for me.
Ooh,
You're missing the cat.
you're missing.
Oh
cat.
no! Hold up, let me
Everyone else
hop
can
on.
see him. He's
Hold
really
up, let me
into
hop-
it. He's got the aeroplane ears.
Hold up, let me hop.
Oh no.
No.
I'm really worried he's gonna bite me. He's really grumpy.
There we go. Don't know what was
Don't charge
happening
up
with
an
this
attack.
bit there.
Careful.
Oh, he's so grumpy. I love him.
It's because my friend has a bag of gluten-free food because she's celiac and she's left it on the counter and he tried to eat it and I told him off
Of course.
and now he's grumpy.
Oh.
He's just
Oh,
like,
my-
but
We had a pet the other day,
mom.
and my coworker knows I'm celiac as well, and she bought me a whole ass cake,
Aww.
Oh, that's
which I then
cute.
ate for dinner.
Yeah.
Understandable.
It wasn't that big. It was like,
No.
but
That plant is dying because you're eating it. Yeah.
So you go to start rearranging them, and as soon as you get anywhere near like the actual stacks of books, the librarian goes, "Mr. Thorcombe, it may have been some time, but I know your proclivities. Please stop."
While she's doing that, can I scope out any of these books that might look valuable?
A lot of them.
Which one? Any? Any that would sell particularly well?
Depends to who. Because
in the College of Whispers that trains rogues and bards.
yeah, you're
very bold for trying sleight of hand and stealing here.
Yeah, you're looking at books that would sell very well in the black market. The shame that it would be a pretty big shame if you stole from the black market in the first place.
I suppose that the market, that these guys aren't the market for that information, so can't really sell back to these guys.
Yeah. They may.
Is there any?
There's very valuable books there, but at the same time, you're probably like, there's probably something in there that identifies it as theirs.
Can I just flick through a book just to just to just so I can. I want to commit their mark to memory so I can identify it in the future.
It's not visible.
Can I feel for their mark or look around for the mark?
I don't think you would have the spell required. Because it is magical.
Dang.
Yeah, this ain't something like just anyone can do it. It is like there to make it. This is like if like a sort of a wizard could call his spell book back to his hand sort of level stuff. It's like it's not obvious. It's not. It's owned by somebody, but the book knows, in some way. But lots of different books, lots of different topics. Give me a D20 plus your charisma roll, Ethan.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, good point. Obviously, yeah, I'm going to download the stream anyway and upload it.
That's appreciated. Yeah, the last one we had was season 2, episode 9.
No.
Jeez, the dice are hidden.
That was the last one uploaded on YouTube.
Nope.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I can see other ones, but they're not in the playlist. Is the problem?
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, season 2, episode 24. The last live one we had was.
Yes. Because it stopped working.
Yeah.
Because
Stop duo streaming.
Because of the Twitch change in TOS. That was the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. That both were like, no, you can't do this. But hey, it's alright. Neither here nor there. Let me see.
I rolled like ass, so I ain't getting. I'm probably not getting much.
It was more for a luck roll to see if you pulled out a book that might have been interesting for you, but nothing too fancy. If you had rolled well, you'd have pulled something interesting. That's all.
Can I?
I'll put the book back, then just turn back to the table.
While searching, did Corby find anything on specific other different types of fashion?
Was he looking?
Well, if in between the books that he was looking for, maybe there was one on it. Maybe that'll be taken aside as a separate part.
No, because of your role, you were able to pull the information they looked for.
Okay.
Yeah. If you weren't the linchpin of them actually getting that pass, then yeah. Sort of the librarian's sort of taking all these notes. He's like, right. Okay, so there's no notes. I can't get to the archive. Not allowed to get to the archive. Thorcum. Mention of the archive gives you a memory of something. Rebecca.
Sorry, yes, I forgot that was my character's name.
Yeah, that's okay.
I was also taking notes. I wasn't distracted by other things. I was taking notes.
You were distracted by taking notes, which is fair. The mention of the archive and him saying you can't go there, you know of the archive? You've not been to it. It's in a subterranean structure underneath the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sort of thing that it's like only a select few people at the top of the college can go to, and even then it's a few days trek. And the last time somebody tried to do it who wasn't like a guild master, they didn't, like, people don't survive often going down there.
Okay.
So like
Well,
whatever.
it's a bit like the catacombs under Paris, where people just wander out and get lost and they're never seen again.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not, it's like the maze from if you've seen Free Run.
Yeah. Oh, that's like.
It's a really good
It's
anime.
really good.
Sort of
It's
you should
really
watch
I
it.
do need to watch it if a character's inspired by it.
Basically, if you're not prepared, you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that if you don't know the way either, or you're not with somebody who knows the way, you're not finding it.
You know, like, hey.
And it's the sort of, it's like, it's pure Indiana Jones stuff as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, all this information is down here in a vault somewhere. Or, well, okay, not Indiana Jones then, probably more Assassin's Creed. Like, the modern-day Assassin's Creed stuff.
Okay.
It's like...
Actually, it's not worth
Can you
it.
repeat that one more time, just so I can get it into the notes correctly, Paradol? Sorry.
Which part?
Just about the archive. The very first bit, just what I remembered.
The archive is somewhere that obviously any information isn't that currently needed or sort of currently relevant to the college. So for individuals who are long past, topics that are moot as of now, or books that...
Is it under the city, or is it like
Yes.
a couple days? Okay.
It's a couple days to get there under the city.
Oh, it's all spirally and...
You don't know the specifics. You've not tried it, so you couldn't specify like the exact why. But if the librarian said he can't go, there's probably a reasoning behind that, and he would
So
be
he
one
can't
of the...
go?
He says, "Yeah, we can't get there at the moment," sort of thing.
Okay. Sorry, I'm really terrible at this.
Nope,
Claire's
you're okay.
a god for being able to do this.
I can do it, but I can't do it while DMing. It's just not
No,
something
that's
I can do.
And finally,
It is a skill, though. It's a really good skill, but I had to be sent on a course for that. Writing in shorthand, though, it isn't something that comes naturally to me.
Yeah, I'm not writing in shorthand, which is why I'm distracted.
Exactly. You can't write shorthand and pay attention. You can't write longhand and pay attention at the same time, generally.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Especially if you're doing it on a computer.
Okay, I'm put up now.
No, you're all good. So the librarian's like, he's making notes, obviously noting down sort of what it could potentially be, what nonsense could be happening here. So he's like, right, and the last thing is he's got a whole list. So 10 minutes later, he's got a whole list of sort of things that it could be. And he goes over, pulls out a history book, and goes back 19 years. Well, 19 years before. Whenever obviously Ollie's dad was 19 years. He's like, right. Was there any significant event? There was an explosion that year. Kind of.
What kind of explosion are we talking here?
Well, obviously a magical one. Most explosions are. But not... Yeah. In the Noble... Well, not even in the Noble District. Give me a second. Should double check the district names. Yeah, in the Demons District.
Demons District.
Oh, I've... Bloop. Sorry, stream. I did the thing again. Anytime I minimize my Roll20, it actually removes the map from the screen.
Yeah.
So...
Here's lying on my back and playing.
So yeah, he appears at about roughly the same time. It's hard to say exact because there's no days or anything written on it. There was an explosion in this area. Huh. Is this where he... I wonder if that's where he lived. But then he's rose up quite quickly then.
You're telling me he exploded?
No. Not him, of course. That would be silly. Okay, so here's the proposition. Make of this as you will, and obviously sort of take whatever conclusions. So obviously there would be multiple ways for people to manage to get sort of an immortality or something like that. If we believe that's what he's done. Maybe him and his dad are the same, and it's been going back for ages. Obviously, this one would be a bit more obvious. So we can rule out vampire. We can rule out lich for the most part.
For now.
It's mostly he might be a demon of some kind.
Or a devil.
If he was actually either one of those, that would be a bit obvious as well.
You think? It could
Cleric...
be that the dad died in the explosion, and the explosion was caused by a failed summoning spell.
Yes,
it could have.
But at the same
could
time,
have made him come through wrong, which meant we couldn't detect him as a demon.
If there is, there's no record of that. That's not something that's happened before, so it would be something new.
Everything happens the first time.
Exactly that, so you could be right. Or either one of them... Obviously, if he's a warlock, as we think he is, he has made a pact with someone. The explosion in the Demon District is kind of where it got its name from. Because for a time there was sort of strange happenings did happen up there for a while after. Sort of like small imps appearing and such.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know as characters about the tieflings that are going missing?
I think we would have been briefed about that.
Only in passing, because you guys obviously thought it was a big thing, but it was also like you're not 100% that it was your dad. So
this might be unconnected then, but there have been a lot of tieflings in the city going missing. A lot of missing person postings and all that.
Demons do trade in souls.
You think he's selling tiefling souls for immortality?
Possibly.
I mean, it's logical if it's inefficient having to capture all those people and sacrifice.
It would be inefficient, but his family also seems fairly small, family tree-wise.
I mean, there's him, his son. Wait, do we know that Ollie is his... Okay, I assume we know that Ollie and the Vizier are related, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's Ollie, his son, I assume the mother, but we don't really know much about her.
Right, so they pulled out what looks like a family tree.
Oh, I'll do.
But it's very, there are no branches
Oh, I guess
Like,
I was pretty
as-
on it.
As far back
Is
as
it
it
that?
goes, it's a stick. As far
That's,
back as it goes, it seems that like there's never more than one kid on the tree.
Oh,
How does that work?
And the mother
Does
always
he-
seems to die before the father.
Wait,
Does it only go back
Like 2 or
as
3
far as
generations.
the dad that died? Because we
Well,
don't know about his grandfather.
Beyond that, there is more information. Like, there is other people there, but it's very splotchy information, like no dates specifically, but
oh, I see. So there's record of his family. There's no record of him until he's 19.
oh well, yeah. There's
Okay.
no record in like this child is this.
Is
but
the
there's,
child always a son?
Yes.
Okay.
This almost sounds like one of those your firstborn son things, doesn't it?
I
Why only them?
mean,
If he was selling their souls, surely he would want to sell as many souls as possible, which means he would start with the poorest people because they're the most least likely to be noticed to be going missing. So what tieflings?
Right. Devils.
I mean,
It depends on the contract that he made.
mhm.
Because if the contract was for blood relative, if it's a tiefling who's not related to him, how much would the devil want the soul?
But with what you're saying, blood relation, surely tieflings all share some form of blood in their species, right?
Infernal
I kind of
blood?
didn't pay too much attention during biology. You'll have to excuse me. Maybe I should enroll in this school sometime.
Genealogy-wise, there's probably some relation in there, a little bit, for a lot of them, but it's probably so faint that it would require a larger number of them to sacrifice. If it was for...
Do-
I mean, if a whole town is going missing.
So, looking at this family tree, then it's a straight line, and he's wanting immortality. If he can't
Sorry.
make his body immortal, the only other way you could do it is if you transfer your essence, like into another jar. Exactly.
I would... Bold assumption.
Is it possible that and since this is a straight line, is it possible that he's just transferring himself through each male relative going down the line?
That could be, or all those are the same individual.
But
It's the guy at the top of this tree stays and just takes the name of the next guy down every time.
That's what I had been assuming.
Sorry.
My presumption
You're
had been
okay.
it's the same for transferring bodies, but yeah.
He's just
Either that or
he's just sacrificing
becoming
them and
one.
taking the name.
What did I
Yeah.
miss?
But-
After it depends on the pact, it could be blood relatives.
They were saying about why would there be large amounts of tieflings going.
Yes.
Because if there's any relation in the genealogy at all, it would be a drop, and they would need a larger amount of them to sacrifice to keep the devil happy.
Okay.
Now this might be a stretch.
Yeah.
You could make a bit of a Fey-like argument to keep up your end of the deal there of some kind of suffrage and all tieflings are my brother and therefore they're all family.
No, a devil would know. Devil can reach blood.
Okay. I wasn't sure of the rule set that we were operating under here.
Oh, fair. Oh well, out of
So-
character, fair
All
as
the
well.
tieflings
But
that got missing are dead.
If you made a deal with a Fey and promised to sell them your brother, you could sell them your battle brother, and that would be...
true.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Fae and demons are
Differences there.
different. They're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, devils
They're
are
different.
Demons are not.
rules.
devils could just
Yeah.
literally draw a bit of blood from you and go, "Yep, you're related."
Yeah.
Because only
It's like
relations.
that terrible film with Millie Bobby Brown, where they married the girls and put the prince's blood on their palms, so the dragon thought that they were part of the royal family because they had made a deal to give the dragon a member of the royal family every generation. Really bad movie. Not
Never
a bad premise for terms of sacrifice.
Never heard of it, but yes, that's
It's
pretty much
terrible. Don't watch it.
that
It's
is
really
pretty
bad.
that is pretty much what he's suggesting. Is one of the options there. Oh,
But
you're
if this
muted,
is the same guy going all the way down the family tree, how wouldn't people?
One second. Krona, you're muted, so we couldn't hear what you were saying there.
God damn it.
Wouldn't if this is a straight line going down and
give him a
it's the
second.
same guy?
Give him a second. He was.
No, I was just asking about the film. Is that the one where they kill the three eggs at the beginning?
Yes.
I have not seen that except for on shorts, but my brain was like, "Ooh, maybe I need to watch this one."
Sorry,
I've now been recommended. Don't.
Go ahead, Ethan. Apologies. Thought it was something game related.
If this is
Sorry.
if this is a straight line going down, then how does no one click on that it's the same guy? Like, does he have to disguise himself every time, or is it an open secret?
Do you see any pictures against these names?
Well, I assume assume some people must have seen them. Like,
well, we know the chain has to break with Ollie because we know he's a different person.
Yes,
well,
but
wait.
Yeah.
When's his?
What if soul transference?
One second. One second. First things first. What age is Ollie?
He's
No idea.
I can't remember what age I made him.
he's not 19
He
yet,
was
is he?
young. He wasn't his.
Is Ollie the
teens,
baby
if
of
I
the party?
remember.
He was the baby of the party. Yes.
Wait, wasn't he 18 when we started, and then it was a year gap? So yeah, he'd be 19 now.
Who turned up about a year into the campaign?
Ollie's dad.
And what did he want with Ollie?
him.
Just him.
Him, he wanted him to go home. So if we'd let him go home, he would be dead by now, I presume. Or
Take him over.
See, there are obviously as part of term of a deal with the devil. Maybe when he sacrifices a member of his family, he gets rejuvenated.
But again, that brings back the point. What's the point of sacrificing the other tieflings if he's going to sacrifice Ollie to meet the pact anyway?
Because Ollie is the purest blood.
No. The reasoning is maybe he didn't do it soon enough.
Okay.
oh, he's panicking.
No.
He couldn't get his hands.
The devil could be the one pressuring, and he's just.
So the tieflings are stand-ins because he can't get his hands on Ollie.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
Right.
So I might have killed people.
Do that.
You're not playing Ollie at the moment. Let's not argue that one yet.
Ollie is not aware of this conversation or this revelation.
Oh,
You can have this breakdown later.
yes. That breakdown will be kept for a further time.
Oh shit! That means Ollie does not have any time at all, considering.
Yep.
Oh, we need to hurry up.
Well, depends how long it takes him to set this up.
I'd presume he would have it as ready as possible.
Oh, I'm die. Thank you forever. Shape.
If my deal with the devil was on the edge of collapse, I'd definitely have the chopping block ready.
But would you expect to get the individual that easily?
Well, no, but yeah, I see what you mean.
You guys kind of.
If I had a deal with a demon that I had to sacrifice a blood relative when they turned 19,
Yes.
that child would never leave home.
He wasn't supposed to.
Yeah,
At least try to get him back before he turned 19.
He tried.
Yeah, he kind of
Ollie,
did.
that entire first year, Ollie was hiding.
Now, interesting perspective that puts on it, though. Dad arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Dad knew he only had a certain amount of time left. He didn't force you to go.
I think he wanted to. That's the thing.
He wanted to.
I don't think we
And
were
he
much
is
of a
that
threat.
ability was-
How long does...
We presumed his level of ability would be enough to basically do what he wants, but he didn't, even though that threatened his whole plan.
I assume at that point, because we were in a big party surrounded by lots of other powerful people, he wanted to keep up appearances. It's the only logic I can think of.
Was there something? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember now. There was something about someone like ransacking our house when we were gone. Is that? Am I making that up?
Oh, damn. Oh, wait.
Did I make that up?
No,
Someone
someone
broke
did
in.
ransack our place,
No,
didn't they?
you did because our house was protected, right? Somebody tried and they were
Someone
chased
tried.
off.
Somebody tried.
Right, so that must be
Ah.
someone coming to take Ollie.
Or could have been, yeah. Yeah.
And so maybe he didn't because he presumed it would be easier to do later on, not realizing we'd be off gallivanting.
It sounds like he had many plans, I must say.
So if
By
that's
the other team reacting to the tieflings being kidnapped and the kingdom being slowly taken over, we kind of gave him exactly what he wanted accidentally.
Yes.
accidentally,
Well, partially denied it him, and then walked into a trap.
Well,
but that's if that one is the correct. As your friend also said, it could also just be that he's transferring his essence into the new body each time. That would also work. It would be a form of immortality, and it's something that you would have to be a lich for that to happen, though, I would assume, because you would need to put a soul in a gem or something.
I mean, provided provided he's very organized about it, he could do it without appearing all
yeah. Skeletal.
corpse-like.
Yep.
Yeah.
There would
So-
be. What else? Obviously, yeah.
If he turns out to be a lich, just remind me to ask his beauty routine before we kill him. Just curiosity.
Oh no, I think everybody would need to know that. But yeah,
Doctors hate them, apparently.
they wouldn't. Yes. Something about getting plugs in his hair. I don't know what a plug is though.
Mm.
And he
Maybe
a turkey had to put a plug in his hair.
maybe they sacrifice a turkey as part of the ritual. I don't
Could
know.
be.
Don't-
I'm sorry, I had to.
No, I saw what you were going for. And it was just like, let's go. I will do anything for the bit.
Had
Okay.
had to
It works,
mention
works.
had to mention the turkey as well for that reason.
So we need to really...
No.
Thorkin's
We need
gonna
to
ask
go.
the librarian how long a potential ritual like that to sacrifice your child for immortality, how long he might think that would take, or would Thorkin have ever read
No.
something on that?
Nobody would write that down. Or if it was written down, we don't have access to that information, which means he's kept it somewhere.
That would be the most suspect diary to write ever.
Yes. That's the sort of thing that obviously hasn't left his side if he has it.
Okay, so we
Um,
really need to get into this
No,
castle as soon as
just
possible, but we need to do it in a really smart way.
Yes, wait. While you were away, the other wizard came back and he's currently making a magic item for you guys.
Holy hand grenade!
Of Antioch. Thou shalt count to 3. And 3 is the number thou shalt count.
Thou shalt not count to 2, for that is
What
not
is-
3.
For that is not enough. Thou shalt not count to 4. 4 is too many.
If you have
No.
gone too far, you have gone too far. I can't remember the speech, but I really want to go and relearn it.
It is a good speech.
Right.
Just
So,
classic.
what magical items are we getting, Peridot?
You'll see. You'll get other ones as well. Your teacher said he'll take you to the place to check for that stuff after. But
Out of
the librarians.
Curious.
Mhm.
Does Thornton have a room in this new,
No.
like, with her stuff that she left behind me here?
Oh, here?
she
No.
had.
No.
No.
No. You pretty much take your stuff with you.
Yeah, that checks out. I thought I would try and see if I could get some thieves' tools or something.
Nah, well. Oh, no, if you need a pair of thieves' tools, we have plenty of those.
I don't know if I have any. Let me check. I
But,
will take a set of thieves' tools because I don't have any.
the librarian's like still writing down other things it could be.
I'm proficient in that actually, because there's no point taking it about it.
Should be, if not, you're half proficient anyway.
Double checking.
Oh, I'm pretty
What?
certain you're not proficient.
No, I'm proficient in Dulcimer, Live, Showman, Vial. I am a terrible sneaky person.
No, it didn't. It didn't give you. It didn't give options for tools. Just musical instruments. That was it.
Can I take off a musical instrument and?
No.
No.
I mean,
You're
I mean, if
playing
you
a
need-
bard.
Using that instrument as a thieves' tool.
You're a bard.
I know
I-
what it is. Yeah. Okay. No metagaming here.
Take a trumpet, aim it at
That's
the...
fine.
But but
Oh.
you have jack of all trades, so it does give you half proficiency.
Okay, I'll take one anyway then. I don't
Yeah.
know how that works. So.
Half proficiency plus the dexterity you're in.
Yeah, you think like 5 years of playing this campaign,
That's
I
fine.
would know how it works.
Well, no, because you don't normally play rogue. Tools are weird, man.
It's every class is just a different game, isn't it?
Mostly. Yeah. Depends how you play, to be fair.
I suppose.
But yeah, so
Right.
the librarian's like, he's got all these different theories. But yes, this does seem to coincide. The only thing is, like, you know, inside the oh god, what's all these surnames? How again?
Oh god. What? Because I gave him a different surname, didn't I?
Well, you did, but I wonder what I forgot what Owen's is as well. To be fair.
It'll be written down in the notes somewhere. I have it up.
Oh, well.
Let me see.
No, give me a second. Mine's, it's also because it'll be ages ago. To be fair, I'll also just have his one written
Yeah, but
down.
that's the good thing about Claire's notes
Oh,
being all
true.
in one doc.
It's easier to search.
What's his first name?
Owain. Owain.
Owain's Ledger. That's not it. That's all that's never listed. She didn't write it in the notes.
It's all right, give me a second.
Whoopsies.
Vogmakath.
How do I spell that?
V-O-G
Yeah,
M-O
yeah.
K-A-T-H.
K-A-T. Ollie's dad, and he's the what of the city? Vizier?
Yes.
Lizzie, yeah.
How do I spell Vizier?
V.
Visier.
Say it again, but slowly. I'm
V-
spelling
V-I-
it.
It's a Z.
V-I-Z.
Oh.
I-E-R.
I-E-R.
I'm pretty certain.
Thank
Although,
you, now we have it in the notes.
let me double check that.
Yeah.
What's Ollie's surname out of curiosity? Do you remember, Corona?
Euphoria.
How do you spell that?
Hang on, I'm pretty sure I put it on my sheet. Let me just get my sheet up.
Oh, yeah, it is. Vizier
Because
is
my
spelled-
brain never remembers
That's
even
alright.
the most basic information.
Surnames are hard. But yeah, so the librarian's like still scribbling away, kind of looking. From what they can see in the Vogmakath mansion, there is an extensive library. The only servants that were ever hired there were tieflings. They were never servants for a long time, and very few of them ever left. They usually died in service.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Obviously, people have noticed it before, but obviously, something's happened. He's managed to get away with it.
I mean, if you can spell the king without anybody noticing,
Yeah, he
I'm
has.
sure there's a lot more he's got away with that we haven't noticed.
Yep.
Agreed.
He does have an extensive library, so if there's anything about the specific ritual, it would probably be in his mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Then he brings you in and shows you the magic items and say, right, since I know why you guys are doing this and it kind of sounds important, let's see if we can give you a hand. Sorry.
We might break up with the castle instead of break into the castle. Oops.
Ollie Arthora.
Yeah, I've got the notes.
Yeah, that's good.
Is it multiple magic items or a singular one? Just for the notes.
Well, okay, so after the rest of that hour finishes anyway, the first hour that you've been there, the wizard who was doing the ritual comes back in, and hands you a magic wand. So right, I've managed to repurpose that teleportation magic. Now, this will allow you for a period of time, should last probably about 30 seconds to 60 seconds, 120 if you're lucky. It should allow you to pass through a group to pass through any solid object they need to.
Ooh.
Obviously,
Pretty handy.
it's optional, so you're not going to fall through the ground.
I was about to ask about that one. I didn't want to be meeting any dinosaurs. What's a dinosaur?
32.
Ancient dragon-like thingies I've been told about.
Oh no, we've seen those. They exist. Did you not hear that those were remade before the Great War?
No, I'm quite aware about dragons. I've had my fair share of them.
No, the other ones.
The dinosaurs.
Yes, there was apparently a scientist in some island somewhere. Somebody said that they were clever girls.
That's what I didn't know. It's like a fun place to visit sometime.
I'm assuming the wand works so that we just like stick the tip against whatever we want to phase through.
I wouldn't have said it like that.
The words left my mouth and I wasn't going to change them. I was hoping you guys would let it pass, but you're all incredibly immature.
Bilari, no, that's what you do with the immovable rod.
Absolutely not.
God, I hate you all.
We know.
Now just like after 5 years, I should know not to say innuendos, but you know.
No, you definitely shouldn't. Hey Ethan. Just the tip.
That's the oldest one in the book.
I just want to say how much I was holding in a joke about Ollie's dad exploding.
Yeah, true.
Very proud of you, sweetie.
Control.
No, it's literally, it'll just be like whenever the group is within physical contact with each other, there's an magical activation on there, dink.
Yeah.
It's like a buff. So it should then, you should be able to pass through objects that you wish to pass through. Not just all of them. It doesn't make you ghosts or anything. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Obviously, because it only lasts a certain while, either use it to get in and use it to get maybe some of the way out.
Is it only one-time use?
A couple, but I'm not sure how.
I'm assuming the 30 to 60 seconds is you can use it as many times as you want, but if the overall time you use it passes 30 to 60 seconds, then it becomes defunct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Right. So if you go through really thick walls
It's
and
a
you're losing out,
durability thing.
It's whatever the amount of magic he was able to divert. So, unfortunately, that does mean that your portal to the castle is inert now, technically, until somebody puts a bit more magic back into it.
Yeah.
But hey,
we won't use it.
exactly. And then they take you in to another one of the other rooms. Oh no, let's. Sorry, I need to pull up a book at this point.
No, we should probably aim for the lower end of that durability because all we need is its durability to be like 45 seconds, and we're in the wall at 50 seconds. It gets stuck.
True. True that.
That or the wall will just explode because of Elephant Man. Just. Oh, come on, that's just rude.
I'm not trying to look at the DMG 2024. I'm trying to look at the DMG 2014.
I mean,
that I
I'm
actually
pretty
own.
sure if you let Corby loose at a wall, a brick wall, that's not structurally bearing, he can go straight through it.
It's true.
Thorfinn will take this time to remind Corby that the idea is not to get caught while sneaking the party in and out of the castle.
That's also true.
As long as we don't backstab anyone, that's not very knightly indeed.
We're sneaky, we're not murderers.
Exactly. Don't
Good.
worry about it.
All of you remember that words. I will hold you all to that on contract.
Can I get
Huh?
4 people to roll a single D10 for me, please?
4 people, there's 4 of us here.
Oh, good point.
Alright.
So what are we rolling, sorry? A
One-
D...
1 D10 each, just to begin with. Don't
I got
worry.
a 9.
I got a 7.
I got a 4.
It either did real good or real bad.
What did you roll?
You got a
10.
A 10.
Ooh, you'll get to choose, but we'll come back to you shortly. We will start Oracle. Roll me D percentile.
Ooh, I love rolling D percentiles.
21.
21.
Ooh, 21. Yeah.
That would be funny, but no, I'm not leaving that in your hands.
You
Are we
trust
not
me?
untrustworthy?
What he would have rolled was a Holy Avenger.
Oh, yeah, baby!
No.
Go on.
Because that'll end up in the hands of the main party. No.
Hell yeah.
What? Hang on, a Holy Avenger. I gotta see what this is.
It's like one of the best longswords in the game.
It's bonkers. You end up with, though, a bottle of universal solvent.
Ooh.
How does that work?
It's a solvent. It's universal.
Wally.
Okay.
Bottle of universal. What was the name of the thing he was robbed from?
Universal solvent.
No, but what did he almost get that you did DM'd away?
The Holy Avenger.
Stop with the innuendo speech.
I love the little face. It's so
That's-
fucking-
it's
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it would go pretty good against demons to beat them with something that's got holy in its name.
Holy in its name. Yeah, that's totally what that is. Holy Avenger, a +3, any type of weapon. It doesn't have to be a sword. When you hit a fiend or undead, it deals an extra 2d10 radiant damage.
Oh, that's
that'd be so
broken.
cool.
That's
Give
so
that to Ollie
broken.
so we can
2d10,
whack demons
Yeah.
with books.
That's broken.
And has a
That's
paladin
sick.
aura on it. It's nonsense.
What was that? Kara also does like extra radiant damage every time she deals radiant.
Yep.
So that would be. Yeah, I see why you didn't give that to me. I completely understand, actually.
Ollie, you rolled a 4, didn't you?
Yeah.
D percentile.
Percentile, that's a D100, correct?
It is indeed.
Sorry, I don't even know.
48.
Yeah.
Rose tape or jasmine tape. Ooh. What's the rose tape? A splash tape rose.
A potion of reduce.
Do the jasmine too.
Potion of reduce.
Sorry, I'm being awfully fancy too.
No, you're okay.
That's alright.
This is great. I need to convince her to move in for all time.
I do apologise, I'm going to have to be a second
Nope,
again
okay.
while you do the others, alright?
Rebecca, what
Right.
was it you rolled again?
I rolled 7, and sorry, what item did Ollie get for the notes?
Potion of reduce.
Potion of... That's exactly what he asked for.
Oh?
Literally, when we were discussing magical items, he said, "Oh, give me something that makes me go itty bitty small thing, so I can
True.
be."
Roll percentile for yourself then.
Yep.
And these aren't like individual magic items; they're just given to the party as a group sort of thing.
27.
Oh, it's just we need to do 4 of them, that makes sense.
27.
Yep.
Potion of invisibility.
That's what I asked for.
And Ethan.
Yeah.
Do you have access to the DMG?
Bear with me 1 second.
No. Sorry. Yeah. No, Rafa.
I do know.
Any roll on any random magic item table up to G is the last one you can roll on.
Hold up, let me just,
So have a look and see which one you want to roll on, because you rolled a 10 when there was 9 options of them.
magic items 135.
I don't know what page this is on, because I'm obviously on D&D Beyond. Because it's at the end of the magic item section. So
I like how we asked this wizard for help, and all we got so far was questionable liquid.
we like questionable liquids,
So-
though.
So just,
Pick a table to roll on.
am I rolling off the random magic items table?
You are indeed.
Okay, so, which table? A, B,
Exactly.
C, D, what?
You get to choose because
Any-
there's only 9
Oh,
tables and you roll
any-
a 10.
Any up to G.
Oh,
You're not rolling an H
Any
or I. H or I
okay,
is it's the bunker
Choose a
stuff.
letter between between A and G,
Well-
and then you roll a D percentile on that table.
We'll let him have a look first.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. G's looking good.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, there is some weird stuff in there, isn't there?
Okay.
Right.
Hmm. Okay, we will roll off magic table G.
Sweet. Give me the percentile roll. Womp womp.
Did he roll 27? That's what I rolled.
Oh
Idiot.
no. Oh no.
Idiot. What's idiot? What's idiot?
Sort of
life stealing. Jesus.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Now,
That's
if Martin was here, he would have stolen that once Rio got released.
would he?
Does that come in rapier version?
It can indeed.
Well, yeah, I could mess with that. Damn, son.
That's awesome.
That's pretty
Ooh, I actually don't know what this weapon does. I mean, I assume it's. I mean, I assume it's
assuming
still
how
for
much
life
damage
force.
you would. I'm assuming how much damage you deal to somebody else is how much damage you gain back, or health you gain back.
Or a percentage of health.
When you attack a creature with this magic weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, which doesn't say natural 20, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage, and you also gain 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, so it's not
Nice.
every hit, it's just sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's better, because otherwise it'd be really broken.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it does come as a rapier. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. So when you attack,
Thank you very much.
So the
Ooh.
way I'm going to word it is anytime you roll 20 or above.
hell yeah! I'll take. Oh, that's big. Okay.
Otherwise, it only
Oh.
happens on a crit, and that's like an extra 10 damage that doesn't get multiplied on a crit.
That's yeah, oh my god.
Mm.
But yeah. So that's
Just give it to a tank, then they become the immovable rod.
I was thinking, do we want to give this to Corby, given that you're going to be in the thick of things with, that you're probably going to be in the thick of things. So would this weapon better be served?
Let me just check if I'm good with swords.
I mean, if you're martial, you should
I
be
mean,
good with
it'll
swords.
be like a medium weapon or light weapon, right?
well, it can
Isn't
be
that how it works?
it can be a versatile longsword. It's a choice. So
I can still use it two-handed.
yep.
I mean, it
Although-
could be a great sword, yeah.
But
it is. It is.
it could be a
sword.
great sword. It can be a long sword. It can be a rapier. It can be a short sword. It can be a dagger.
Because I'm thinking, seeing as he's got the blooming warhammer,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, he did have to pay a small fortune for it, as everyone does with warhammer.
This is true.
Oh, have I told you
called out.
the Warhammer story?
No?
Me and my friend were thinking about getting into it because he wanted to play Warhammer and I wanted to paint the armies.
Ah.
And the day
Okay.
we wanted to go to the store in Belfast, we decided not to.
Right.
And then we found out that the day we sacked it was the day Henry Cavill visited the shop.
No!
The same shop though.
Yep, the one in Belfast.
Why was he there?
What was it? Yeah, I was gonna say what was
He
it?
He's
loves
a massive
Warhammer.
nerd and happened to be in
Yeah,
Belfast.
no, I know why he was in the store. Why was he in Belfast?
I don't know, I didn't ask him, I wasn't
He's-
there.
He's gonna be
Oh.
playing one of the main actors in the Warhammer adaptation.
This was a couple of years ago.
Before that
Yeah.
announcement, yeah.
Wonder what he was
Hey, were they
filming.
pitching throwing Witcher or something in a bit of Belfast? I know that
Maybe.
there is a production studio over there, isn't there?
Well, yeah.
There's,
And they
that's
did
when
obviously.
I did Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they did Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So
I,
possibly
this
some.
was the thing, I have no idea, but because we decided now I can't be bothered to go into town centre today, we missed meeting Henry Cavill.
Really funny.
Apparently, I
Yeah.
missed him by a month in Warhammer World itself. So
Oh.
Yeah.
when I was
Right.
over, yeah, well, I got to go to Warhammer World. I was happy.
Oh, it's so fun, isn't it?
It is.
It's awesome. I said it again.
Yes.
I don't care this time.
Obviously, Ollie, you are using a shield normally, so whenever you're using versatile, you
Is he using a shield?
yes.
Yeah.
Because he also has a bonus of, like, when he's using a two-hand, doesn't he?
Well, you have the option of two-handing, but that's just a weapon trait.
Oh, yeah, no, dueling. When you wield a weapon with no other weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that
So,
meant, yeah, I got that mixed up with the
choices.
two-handed one.
You have versatile, it means it can be wielded one or two-handed.
Okay. We need to
That might be an idea then.
We
I mean,
need to
if-
discuss where the most likely place that they'll be held captured in, so we have to go through as little of the castle as possible to get them
And
out.
to do that, you'll need a map, which I will need to get to you next week.
I did have a weird thought. Is there a
No bother.
chance that he's still operating out of Demon Street? Because they said that after that explosion, there continued to be weird happenings for ages afterwards.
But
That might just be residual. I feel like he would do it in the castle where he's a bit less
It's
likely
not.
to
It's not
be
him
caught.
continuing to operate. I see. Yeah.
I feel like
makes
that
sense.
would be a bit of a pain. If you've got a massive castle that you have full control over, that seems a more secure place to do demon rituals than continuing to go out to a
Yeah.
random district.
But he didn't have full control over it until recently, did he?
We
No.
don't know that. We don't know how long he's had control over the king.
I suppose. Yeah.
come on, boy.
He might
How
have
long has he
been.
been seer, Herodor?
Hmm?
It's been years, right? It's been as
Uh,
long as Ollie's been alive, right?
no, since the old king died.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, I would assume he's
Nope.
had power that we don't know about a lot longer than that, because I would assume he had a hand in the old king's death.
Did the old king die in the explosion?
No.
Oh.
Right.
Well, worth a thought.
So,
Well, the old...
since we need to pull the map and you guys need to plan next week, I will do a cut here. Obviously, we're not going to stop for the night exactly yet, for a very good reason. Meanwhile,
Ooh!
in the dungeons of the castle,
My child, how are they?
um,
This is where you tell us one of us is dead and we all cry.
no, Ollie's not in the cells with you.
Oh god, now I look suspicious.
Oh.
Why are you doing this?
No, Ollie, you're
My
not.
head.
No, we know that he wanted you. It's not
Yeah.
suspicious.
Ollie, you're in an isolated
I want
cell
you.
elsewhere.
I'm gonna say, I imagine they just break free, run in, it's just having a tea party. Oh, good evening, chaps.
And a guard has walked over, and like as you the rest of the party is coming to, right, it's your turn. Snips, you turtle man. Up you get.
Now,
Are we on the same
No,
cage?
there's like 2 people per cell. So
Who's in the cell
what
with
the-
Snips?
no one currently.
What condition are we all in? Are we all, like, beat up?
A bit battered, yes.
Okay.
No, I said, "Come, your turn. Come on."
now.
They walk in, beat you across the head,
Ow!
and drag you out, and throw you into the middle, which looks like it's set up as a gladiatorial arena.
Really? I mean, cool, I guess. I mean,
Right, you
I'm
two
gonna-
fight for our amusement. Urson comes running at you and punches you.
Ison! Why, dude?
I love there's no hesitation from Urson though.
This is canonical.
I-
Everyone's like, oh yay, fight.
Am I
Yeah.
am I not right in assuming that one?
Yeah. I
No,
really
you're
want
absolutely
Martin to
correct,
come
but just-
back.
Well, he could be, but he just swings at you anyway. And
Are we fighting unarmed or do we have weapons?
oh yeah, you're unarmed.
Okay,
I don't leave
right.
you with your weapons.
But we're not going to make rolls or anything like that. The two yous are probably like fairly on par with each other, and just
Kind of
like,
glad I
Yeah.
was muted for that.
Pretty tough. So
yeah, yous are like kicking the living nonsense out of it. It's then when the rest of the party realizes that that's why you all have bruises.
Ah.
They
Well,
keep.
wait, do we remember doing that, or is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's just like it's so sore
I
that it's
mean-
hard to remember sometimes.
I'm assuming if we hadn't fought each other, like, we would have been, like, whipped or flogged or something.
Yeah, no,
Or
they're,
straight
they're,
up killed.
they're forcing you to fight each other.
Are there any like
I feel like the
Is
first couple
the-
times Jafira wouldn't have had much encouragement to fight Kara.
is
Fair.
Question: is the seating arrangement like around the arena? Is it open?
No.
Oh, is it like behind glass or behind bars?
Yeah, it's
or...
behind bars.
He won't hurt you.
Okay.
It's,
Can I pick up like a rock and try and huck it through the bars at someone?
You pick up a pile of sand.
Oh, it's just
Sand.
sand. Oh, there's no rocks or anything.
Bold of you to assume they didn't think of that.
I mean, it's Snips. He doesn't think that far ahead.
Okay.
But
One of
damn.
the like punches that misses Urson hits the wall and does crack a chunk off it.
Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, and then you huck it at one of the guards. He gets a bit of a bloody nose.
Oh, that's a 3-pointer! Arson, what do you reckon? Is that a 3-pointer?
Definitely.
Here, I got you a rock too. Go on, see if you can get it at that noble on the top row. That's a 10-pointer.
Paper, scissors, bonk. She punches you in the face. No, that's not the fight. If I don't fight you, they are going to kill me.
He just keeps. I know. He does it for
Oh.
attention.
They'll kill us anyway.
Are
if
Karen and Jeff shipping
they-
cell?
Yes.
Okay.
If they were going to do that, they would have already done it.
Is anyone
So-
taking bets?
The guards probably are taking bets, yes.
Jeff will say to Kara, any chance you can call your god yet?
I can.
I'm not calling mine. I'm not that desperate yet.
In your dreams, your gods just told you to wait. Help is on the way.
Okay.
Help is on the way, dearie.
I think I'm gonna keep that to myself because that's just gonna throw people off.
Yeah.
So I'm. Yeah.
No, they keep leaving me on red.
Kara, you notice what's worse than you shoving me earlier? You bit my ear in that last fight. That's just so out of line.
It looked tasty.
I'm gonna say is Karen gonna start talking a
What?
list.
Haven't you ever looked at someone's ear and just gone, yum?
I think there's a
Kara,
category.
my ears are bright blue fins.
I think there's a
I'm
category
going
for
to
that
ask
on
the guards
Twitch.
to give you more food.
Okay. You don't need them, do you?
I don't need my ears.
No, the hearing bit's on the inside. I can eat the outside.
God, please, can I have my own cell?
No, this is part of your punishment.
Hell is other people.
Hell is other people.
Where's that from? Hell is other people. I've heard that one.
Life?
Is that Voltaire? I can't remember.
Probably.
I feel like it was also said in 14.
Is it not Nietzsche?
It sounds
Might
like
have been.
it, honestly. Like
It could be.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's,
They're
it's
the
gonna
same
say,
person in my mind.
yeah, what? Ugh. You just said a German and a French person with the same person.
Austin,
I said what I said.
can you finish your fight? I want to punch Kara again, and I don't want to get whipped for doing it in the cell like last time.
Oh, sure. And I'm going to, and I'm going to twist Urson in the nips and bonk him on the top of his helmet.
Ooh.
He's not wearing a helmet currently.
Oh,
Dude, this is an MMA fight.
That's weird. They took his helmet.
Of course they did.
How
They
could
took,
they? That's his whole. That's the
Oh.
staple of his outfit. Oh,
Can I
that's.
ask how they're binding our powers for those of us who have innate
I was
magic?
about to ask that.
you don't know.
Can we
But-
use magic?
Okay, yeah.
No.
GM, you know that spell that I use quite frequently? I'm gonna message you.
Yeah, probably.
I still know nothing about Kara.
Yes.
Nothing.
That may be about to change.
Which one? Let's find out.
I'm gonna hit
Wait.
Jeff's character sheet quickly
And
to see
where
if
are
I
you
had
messaging
anything.
me?
Discord. I'm just struggling.
Nope, you're alright.
Give her a minute. Kara can't spell very well.
It's alright.
They took away my help of comprehend languages.
Oh my
No.
god.
Me no understand!
Me
Oh,
fail
no.
English? That's impossible.
Yeah. You know about that? You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Right. Do you mind if I save that wearing off until a
Yep.
dramatic moment?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Cool. I think it lasts like 10 minutes or something, so like an hour, so I can't remember.
Don't worry about it. The way it works for you, it'll drop when it's dramatically appropriate. That's it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh.
Stop now!
Hmm? Well,
I
what?
don't know what's happening, but I want to know.
Why would
Oh
I?
shit! I keep forgetting I'm meant to be taking notes.
Yes.
How does Claire do this?
Skillfully.
Like,
With great difficulty, I imagine.
yes. I was gonna say like you would expect, to be fair. By paying half attention and being a scatterbrained bird. Easily enough done. So yeah, you guys are still being like beating the crap out of each other. Just yeah. And then it flashes back to the other group. Also, in preparation for a rescue, if you wish, make your main characters up to level 10.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Guys, are we XP grinding?
What?
Sorry, what do you mean main character?
What?
Sorry, huh?
Damn, boy! You mean...
Like Jack and all?
Yeah. The main crew.
What level are we current? Level 9. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I might have to go through that one with you at some point then,
You'll be fine.
for that bigger.
It's not that big
Jump.
of a jump for you.
Where's my character sheet gone?
But for everybody else watching, and for the viewers on YouTube when it gets uploaded, have a good day. And bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya!